Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video is a comparison of the 3 Si Passione perfumes from Armani. Si Passione is a successful flanker of the Si range, having 2 flankers of its own and its own following as well. The Si fragrances are known to be cheap, fruity fragrances highlighting the note of cassis or blackcurrant on the bed of rose, patchouli, and vanilla. And among the Si fragrances, the Si Passiones are my favorite. Apart from the alluring red bottles, they are the ones up my alley. They are simply my kind of perfumes. Why is what this video is all about. But before we get started, if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Jane and in this channel, we talk about fragrances. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in once again. Please check to see if you are subscribed to the channel. And if not and you enjoy this type of content, please head on down below, click on the subscribe button, make sure you click the bell as well to turn on notification so you never miss a new video in the future. And while you're at it, please give me a big thumbs up so I know you like my content. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the fragrances. Si Passione Eau de Parfum. This launched in 2017. The perfumers are Christy Nagel and Julie Mas. I have here a mini coffret. If you've smelled the original Si, you'd know that this is a 180 degrees turn from the intensely cheap character of Si Eau de Parfum. Si Passione was made more playful, less serious, younger, and I would say definitely sexy. In addition to blackcurrant, this is pear, pink pepper, and grapefruit on top. Middle notes are pineapple, rose, heliotrope, and jasmine. Base notes are vanilla, cedar, amberwood, and of course patchouli. Something in this draws you in. There is something magical in the opening. Perhaps it's the combination of the juicy fresh fruits plus the pink pepper and one of my favorite notes, grapefruit. You get more silky vanilla sweetness, not bordering on gourmand though. I wouldn't say the vanilla here will remind you of something edible, but it will definitely invite you to indulge yourself in this pleasurable scent. The patchouli has definitely been dialed down by a lot. It's not as strong and overpowering as the original Si. The drawback, however, is the dismal longevity on this one. The florals are there keeping this fragrance together, but they are not floridy jasmine or rose smelling. If you do not like those floral notes, don't worry about them smelling all too much in here. You can probably get away wearing this on a cool spring day, but definitely not when it is intensely hot outside. This to me is an evening to nighttime fragrance in local weather and is definitely in my best date night fragrance list. This has that right amount of sexy that isn't off-putting or too attention-grabbing. This is nothing too loud or over the top, and because of that, this will make you smell interesting yet classy and glam. My only real problem with this scent is the longevity. On my skin, this quickly fades into a skin scent, and by quickly, about an hour later, this is but a distant memory on me. All I smell is a nondescript vanilla scent, super faint, that I'm probably smelling the body lotion I applied earlier on skin rather than this one. Some people get a metallic note in here. On me, there's none of that. I would just like to put it out there. Best part for me is the opening. After that, I wish there's something more. For this perfume to work, I have to layer this with the intense version or some other vanilla forward perfume. Si Passione is a pick-me-up for that classy, sexy version of Si. I just wish this lasted longer. Si Passione Eau de Parfum Intense is next to come out in this line. This came out in 2020 and the perfumer remains to be Julie Mas. I last featured this perfume in my must-try fragrances for traveling to a cooler destination. I will leave a link to the video down in the description box. I've mentioned in that video that I originally intended to buy the Eau de Parfum, but after smelling this intense version in store, I knew that this is the one for me. This to me is a more base notes heavy iteration of Si Passione. While the Eau de Parfum is more fruity, this is more musky, patchouli, cedar, vanilla centric. The fresh fruity blackcurrant opening is still there, evidently more syrupy than the Eau de Parfum, and then this goes right to the base. This is more musky than the original Passione, but also ultimately long lasting. What I usually do is I layer a few sprays of this with the original Passione as this lasts a whole day on me. Also, despite this being supposedly intense, this isn't too full-bodied to me. This remains to be easy on the nose, will not choke you out when worn in the right ambient temperature. This smells clean. This retains that fun, playful, fruity edge of Passione. At the same time, this is more sultry and sexier, probably owing to the sweeter, warmer base notes being on top. This to me is also an evening, nighttime, going out type of fragrance. This for the day in local weather is definitely too much in my opinion, but in cooler, chilly weather, you can even overspray this worn daytime. This is also the better projector as compared to the original Passione, and an even bigger compliment getter for me. As a standalone scent, this is perfect as it is, but I definitely love wearing this layered with either OG Passione or the newest Eclat version, which will be featured next. Si Passione Eclat is a 2022 release and another Julie Mass creation. This iteration of Si Passione is all about the rose. Essentially, this is a fruity rose vanilla perfume. This is a fresh, clean bounce about it. Quite simply, a rose-infused iteration of Si Passione, not weighed down by patchouli and deep woods or thick musk. Definitely retaining the Passione sweetness though. If you smell Dolce Rose, this is similar but a more elegant offering of a fruity rose vanilla perfume combination. The rose here is fresh, light, and airy. This isn't an in-your-face kind of rose. It does not come off too much. If you love rose and you don't have anything similar, this deserves a spot in your collection. If you're on the fence about rose fragrance, this you may still like. The fruits add that luminous, sparkling quality, and although this is sweet, it isn't a deep vanilla sweetness, more fruity, floral sweetness. And just like the original Passione, the fruity opening will lure you in. It is a head-turning, captivating face of this fragrance. And like the original, the opening is my favorite part, such that this goes well layered with the base notes heavy Passione Intense. I would have expected this to be younger smelling, but instead smells a little more grown up than the original Si Passione, and a lot less sexy or sultry as well. This to me is more of a casual everyday perfume, daytime to nighttime for tropical weather, but not when you intend to spend the day out in the heat. Daytime, indoors, air-conditioned environment or not, this should do well. I've worn this a lot in April to May, as you can see from the dent. This I can overspray even in the day, as I find this to have an almost body spray lightness about this. Let me tell you that this is a sweeter rose in the opening and a musky rose in the dry down. Longevity on me is about 5 to 6 hours. This, after all, is still an Eau de Parfum concentration. I have to spray midday to top up on the scent. If you can guess which is my top favorite among the three, please pause for a while and write it down in the comment section below. Having said that, I do love all this. And so, based off of my personal taste, on the number 3 spot is the original Si Passione, just because the longevity on my skin is very, very dismal. I gotta give this perfume credit nonetheless. This is the Passione I fell in love with. Unfortunately, not the Passione I intend to keep a bottle of. My second favorite is Si Passione Intense. That explains the full bottle. The most linear among the three, but the most layerable and the longest lasting as well. The lingering scent is super captivating. I super love how this smells like even after so many hours of wear. This is also the most compliment getting among the three. I also feel that between the original and this Intense version, Intense is worthwhile getting a full bottle of. And my top favorite would have to be Passione Eclat. Something about this perfume makes me think that this was created for our humid climate in the tropics. Cheap fragrances are generally hard to pull off in sunny, tropical, humid weather conditions. That mossy patchouli base can be all too much, but a brighter, airier, lighter iteration of perfumes, case in point, Si Passione Eclat, smells its absolute best in this weather condition. I find this to be true of Xoxo Mademoiselle as well. The low light fragrance mist version smells absolutely better in hotter weather, whilst retaining that lovely Xoxo Mademoiselle element. Passione Eclat simply works better for local weather. If you live in similar weather conditions, you might want to check this one out. And even if you own either Passione Eau de Parfum or Intense, this isn't redundant to own in my honest opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did any of the Passione won your heart over? If so, which among the Passione is or are your favorites? And if none of this worked out, do share why. And with that, I thank you all for joining me today. Please stay safe and smell your absolute best. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!